a fight for real. He lost that, but it was a disputed decision in Trinidad to Christian Maxwell. Okay, let's see what Mike does here. Well, he's got a pretty good pace going, pretty good sparring session. Digging body shot by Mike. Kind of distracted in his corner there. Oh, he drops T-Rex in the first round.
Just saying, man, he hit him.
Caught him with a good right hand.
He's almost apologizing to him now.
6, 7. Hey, you okay, Corey?
He takes his standing 8 count, all right. So we've seen the power of Mike. You know, if Mike were to get back in and fight for a title again, even at age 40, in the early going, he's always dangerous because he can punch.
I've told people 75% of Mike Tyson is better than 100% of most of these guys now.
You know what? I like the movement that I'm seeing from Mike. If Mike had fought some of his last few professional fights with this sort of body movement that he had, he might have done better.
Well, you know, also, but there's no pressure here, you know?
Yeah, that's
he's fighting relaxed. He's fighting relaxed.
Yeah, and Corey's not putting any pressure on him. Mike is showing some nice movement, but remember, this is a 40-year-old Mike Tyson. Remember, this is a sparring session. It's not for real.
I would like to see Corey drop a right hand on him. Oh, come on.
Mike nailed him with another good
right
hand.
Man,
I like the head.
Corey got to drop something on him. Let's make it interesting. Come on.
Corey kind of parring with his shots.
See, he's making it obvious it's a sparring session. Come on. Some of the best fights I ever saw were in the gym.
This is not one of your Philadelphia gym wars to this point. Mike looks all right, but Corey just sort of catches him.
Man, pick it up. He's got to pick it up.
Take a long step, Yeah.
Well, the crowd is starting to get on them.
I understand. Because Mike's doing his job to make it interesting, but Corey's not.
They don't know no better.
What did the ref just say? They don't know any better? Yeah, they do. The crowd knows what they see.
Hey, you know what, Bruno? I think the people just said, it just hit him. I actually paid money to see this.
That was Mike with a looping right hand, but Corey...
He picked him up. He held him up. He held him up.
10 seconds.
Corey got to throw some punches with some intention behind it.
Well, he hasn't thrown any punches with any bad intention so far. He's just doing the catching on the end of the sparring session. And the crowd doesn't like it. I mean, we're not scoring the round, but I mean, it would have been a 10-8 round, but it doesn't mean anything. That's why the judges aren't scoring the round. Well, listen and hear what they have to say anyway. Well, I can't hear what Jeff Fennick is saying, but I'll tell you, I agree with you, Ray, that at some stage here, Corey Sanders has got to make this into a stronger sparring session. He was knocked down in the first round.
Got caught with a good right hand and legitimate right hand on the chin, and boom, he went down. There's another one. I mean, Mike's making it interesting. Corey's got to fight. Corey's the one who's not making it interesting. He's making it obvious it's a sparring session. Mike's not. He's trying to keep it entertaining. Oh, see there, Mike's holding him up. I mean, come on. But this is what it's about. Coming to a place like Youngstown where they normally would not see Mike Tyson, giving them a chance to see him.
Well, that's what it's all about. Mike starts off with a right hand lead, and Corey, as you heard Boom Boom say, he's got to make this into a good sparring session. We got 3 more rounds to go here. Corey powering with the left jab. Corey's not throwing any power shots. Looks like he wants to mix it up a little bit more. Mike knows how to handle a big guy. See, Mike has all the tendencies and the killer instinct that he had when he was fighting for real. But Corey knows he's in there as a sparring partner, and Mike is showing some intensity. But Corey's the one, you're right, that'll make it interesting. And at this stage, it's nice to watch Mike Tyson, use this guy as a punching bag, but it's not interesting for the crowd.
No, and that's what I'm saying. He's not in the gym now. Corey's got to understand he's going to perform. It is a performance.
With Mike not wearing headgear, they may have told Corey, be very careful around throwing shots at his head. But, that's no good for what the crowd came here to see, or the pay-per-view audience around the world. They want to see Corey puts a little bit of pressure on Mike. Again, Mike looking great against the guy who just on a stationary heavy bag.
It's a little obvious when he's jabbing and missing your head by 2 feet. Jabbing over your head. Come on, try to hit him with the jab.
get the jab going. Where's the right hand behind it now, Corey? You got to make it interesting. You know that side-to-side movement of Mike looks like he's been in the gym, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Look, I'm glad to see he's not a shot fighter. You know, it's just guy doesn't want to fight anymore. He doesn't have the heart to fight.
Hey, let me tell you, if you don't have the fire in your belly, there's no sense of being in this sport.
No, absolutely.
And Mike admits that to himself. And, of course, I know it was a tremendous disappointment because, you know, he's a guy that always liked to perform, and he didn't perform his last fight. But, you know, there's some nice movement here. But, again, he's not getting anything from T-Rex.
You know, you could do this maybe overseas somewhere where there's just sort of let to see Mike Tyson because he's bigger than life. But here in a place like Youngstown, Ohio, where people work hard for the money,
you've
got to make it worth the while if they're going to pay for it.
Well, this will definitely sell overseas because for the same reason that people in Youngstown came, they want to see Mike Tyson in person. Mike would have let that go. Had that been a real fight, that right hand would have gone and hit its target after the bell. How many times do we see that when Mike was fighting for real?
Oops.
Again, I don't know what we all expected, but I would just like to see Corey pick it up a little bit to give the crowd in attendance, and of course you people that paid the good money to watch the pay-per-view, an opportunity to see Mike get hit with a few shots too.
Exactly, that's my point. Let him, you know, I like to see Corey Sanders throw a straight right hand right down the middle, hit Mike Tyson, see what happens.
Well, maybe they'll let it all out in the final round. This is the third round. It's scheduled, of course, for 4 rounds. Mike Tyson, and the score is academic. It doesn't mean anything, but certainly Tyson won the first 2 rounds.
It's only the third?
Ray, you want to do this again? This is round number 3.
That would be, that's a good idea. One of the guys from the truck yelled in my ear. Maybe after the fight, Mike Tyson challenge anybody from the crowd to do a fight who wants to get in the ring and fight with him. That'd be interesting.
Well, it's a circus, but it hasn't gone that far. Entertaining in terms of the opportunity for the people here in Youngstown to see the former great champ in action. But T-Rex just not really putting out, and we don't know what the instructions were before this exhibition, what he was supposed to do, but he's certainly not throwing any right hands with bad intentions and very few jabs. It's just Mike sort of using Corey Sanders as a live heavy bag. And he is heavy at 292 pounds.
Yeah, that was a good jab. He stuck his jab. Come on, man. Corey, throw something back, baby.
There's Tyson showing some intensity here. Again, just no defense by Sanders, who tries to tie him up.
Let me take it. Let me take it. Relax. Let me take it.
Corey comes after, but he doesn't come after throwing. Well, Mike's showing some nice quickness in his hands, but you know, I used to watch guys like George Zavallo hit the heavy bag, and you wonder how anybody could ever stand in there. That's basically what Mike Tyson is doing now.
Exactly.
I mean, Mike has got power. Power is impressive. I like some of the movement we're seeing, but you know, the fact that we're not getting much out of Corey Sanders isn't making it a great exhibition. I mean, this is nice to watch Mike, you know, beat up on a glorified heavy bag is what we're seeing.
Exactly. You know what?
And I don't mind seeing that. I mean, I'm enjoying watching Mike Tyson myself.
I like to see him drop Corey Sanders with a good shot, and let's see what happens.
Let me take it.
Drop him again. Make it exciting.
Mike caught him in the first round and dropped him with a good shot, and that was a legitimate shot too. He didn't pull that punch, he let it fly. Corey able to get back up. There was some talk of Mike Tyson wearing headgear because Sterling McPherson, who's promoting this World Tour, didn't want Mike to get cut because they have fight scheduled for... Nice right hand, Mike. Boy, that cut Corey.
Nice holding him up again. He's holding him up.
Mike's sort of waltzing with him so he won't go down. But he caught him with a really good shot. And another looping right hand.
And his legs buckled.
Yeah, they buckled him. So plenty of power. So we're seeing, you know, what you would expect to see if Mike Tyson were, you know, working in the gym against a heavy bag, basically, because Sanders isn't giving him much offense.
No.
And we know what Mike can do in terms of his power. And if he fought in let's say competitive boxing again. Certainly for 4 rounds, Mike Tyson is as tough and the early going as any fighter that ever fought for the first 4 rounds.
Remember? Boom! Oh, that's a good punch, man.
Yeah, nice dips and doodle by Mike.
Boom! That double bang, that double body punch. Hey!
When he throws, he still has the intensity.
Yes,
like
he
this.
does. Oh, that buckled him. That buckled his knees.
I'll tell you one thing. It's a good thing that Sanders is going in here because some of those punches are very flush.
His head might have ended up in the third row.
Well, and what we've seen tonight, then, so far, Mike just tremendous power shots throughout the course of this exhibition. Now let's see if for the final round of the fight we actually get a fight.
As I'm saying, you're saying fight, and I know we're saying that loosely.
Well, it is an exhibition.
It is an exhibition, right? No,
and I don't know what we expected but entertainment. And I am entertained by the fact that I love seeing, Tyson throw these big body shots that everybody wants to see.
Oh.
But it's not as if we couldn't do that to any stationary target like this.
Colonel, I always say though, any guy that climbs out 3 steps, I have a lot of respect for him. Corey Sanders, he knows what he's here for, and he's in the ring. So, in all respect, I do have tremendous amount of respect.
And also, in fairness to Corey, we don't know what instructions were given by the handlers on, don't hit Mike in the face, don't hit him in the head, don't throw any really heavy right-hand power shots. We don't know that. But we do know one thing. He can be hit by right-hand power shots of Mike Tyson, and he would have been knocked out a long time ago had he not been wearing headgear.
That's for sure.
So Mike is giving us the best possible show he can.
And nobody's leaving yet.
No,
nobody's leaving.
Left. Because there's always the anticipation of what might happen when Mike Tyson's in the ring. And I tell you, I've said it a couple of times, I'm enjoying it. I mean, this is what I expected.
Absolutely. Exactly. Glorified sparring session, but entertaining.
An exhibition. And this is the way Ali fought exhibitions, Joe Louis fought exhibitions.
That's the point. He's
Tony,
not the only one who's done it. They've done it. He's just doing it on a bigger stage. That's it.
Everything that this man has done throughout his career has been magnified tenfold because of what a devastating puncher he was in his youth, and of course the notoriety that he gained for his problems outside the ring. But when he was in his prime, he was as devastating and as frightening guy to any opponent to face, and he intimidated a lot of opponents.
One of the guys that Trek Ken said, it's hard, it's imagine you can actually feel sorry for a guy who's 6'6" and 290. But good point, that's it.
Now the people at least got a chance to see what Mike Tyson was like when he was really boxing well, because he did he let that one fly, and that gets the crowd's attention. So Mike isn't holding back one bit, and Corey Sanders is paying the price. And I hope they're giving him a good payday. Mike trying to entertain the crowd. He said he would. And there's the bell to end the exhibition of Mike Tyson. Stop number 1 on the world tour.